Ethiopia is not the only country in Africa devastated by famine. This year, as last year, a vast belt stretching across the continent is affected. This year, it is worse than last year. In Ethiopia, the drought now affects half the country, the south as well as the north. It is possible that 4 million people are now suffering from famine in Ethiopia. In the province of Wollo alone, 1 million people still face starvation. They are kept from it by an emergency operation based on the provincial capital, Dessie. The operation is spearheaded by the Germans, flying deep into the interior with doctors, nurses, and emergency supplies. There are now more than 30 international agencies in Wollo. Helpers arrived from Britain, from Europe, from the United States, from China, from Africa, Canada, Australia, and South America. Altogether, more than £15 million has been committed in aid to Ethiopia. It will all be needed. The full extent of the catastrophe in Wollo is only now becoming apparent. It was the German helicopters flying over deserted farmland empty of animals, bare of crops, which proved that the worst fears were justified. It was the helicopters which discovered that village after village was wholly deserted. No one will ever know exactly what happened in Wollo province last year. How many fled to the towns in search of food? How many never arrived? How many stayed behind to die? Whole communities have perished. In this part of Wollo, there are no roads. For many of those who remained in the interior last year and survived, their first evidence of outside civilization has been the helicopter. These peasants, for long ignored and forgotten, have never before received attention of any kind. They are now wholly dependent on relief. When the Germans first arrived, their food and medicine saved hundreds of lives. In the last 3 months, helicopter teams have brought these peasants back to a precarious normality. Now, because of the cost and the difficulties of operation, the helicopters are due to leave at the end of the month. In this village, 300 patients wait each day for attention at the new clinic. At first, the teams dealt with starvation. Now, they treat the everyday diseases of this part of Africa. Diseases which give the Ethiopian an average life expectancy of 35 years.
Winnie, what can you say to her? Just not always move the hand, otherwise I'll make 3 times, 5 times. Just
The question now is whether this invasion of foreign medical skill will mark the beginning of a new era. Will this forgotten world continue to get this basic medical care? Or, when the foreigners move out, will the Ethiopian government forget again?